I'm Lando Cal Experience. Glad to make your acquaintance.
We are back. The Lando Cal Experience is back. We talking that movie nerd stuff. I'm with Scott and the Oracle.
Hey.
What the one so you retired from the producing, right? Are you done producing totally or what?
No. So I retired from the collective I started with, Fresh Produce. Like I retired with them a couple years back. I still like support and stuff like when I can, but not like as far as like doing it consistent like I was. I've been since retired there.
Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna jump right on in. We're gonna stop everything. Let's talk about the Black Panther casting. Black Panther cast David Johnson as the Black Panther. A lot of people thought it was going to be my boy from Snowfall. I can't remember his name.
Damson Idris.
Yep.
Yeah.
Damson Idris. Yep. Some people thought maybe been like Aldous Hodge. Some people thought it could
he would have been dope. He would have been dope for real.
Yeah. Some people thought it could have been David Washington. Some people it was a lot of different people. They even had the light-skinned dude that's in Lanterns. I saw him on a list. Which was
yeah.
British dude. That's the he's playing not Hal.
Darren Pierre.
Yeah, Darren Pierre. Yeah, but he's playing John Stewart in the Lanterns coming out.
I can't wait to see that. That's gonna be dope.
Yeah,
it's making me nervous.
Okay. Do you want to wait on that one, or you want to talk about it in that? What you want? If it's top of your mind now.
No. So two things. I respect the actor that they switched over to Black Panther. Mm-hmm. I personally think narratively they should have went back to Michael B. Jordan just for the continuity of the stories that had already been told. It would have shown you still got an A-list actor. B, you should have had Killmonger be redemptive. I mean, they did the redemptive arc with Bucky. I think also the right decision was to made him Captain America. And so they could have did a similar thing with Killmonger. Still had a good actor, still had somebody that was tied to the original story. And then now that, the loss of Chad Boseman was impactful for this character, that kind of made him change how his philosophy was. And now instead of becoming, a murderer and a killer, he becomes a protector. So I just thought narratively and from a practical, popularity perspective, he would have been a better choice. But again, nothing against the actor they chose.
But how would you have flipped that though? I mean, Michael B. Jordan, then they're 40. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the other guys like late 20. I'm saying like narratively wise, like they're basically growing up this individual, like trying to say he's in early 20s. How would you'd have to make Michael B. Jordan look? You had to age him down, then, right?
Well, you wouldn't, because the simple fact is he's supposed to be a king. He's supposed to be of age where he has wisdom, where he is reflective of he's not a young impulsive person who takes
hold on. So you're saying don't make it the son. You're saying they just flip it and let Killmonger come back as the king. Oh, yeah. I thought you were saying cast the son. Okay.
Yeah, no. I'm sorry. Okay. Change the story and have Killmonger because that be his redemption. Yeah. So same character. Now he's older. He's more mature. He's wiser. You know what I'm saying? And more reflective in his decisions.
Okay, got you. Okay.
And you know what? And to that point, that could work because the TVA. I mean, at this point, multiverse. Anything's possible. You could say this is like you just have Killmonger come back as like, since we know the actual Killmonger is dead and gone, have like a different Killmonger from a different
we ain't seen
universe.
The body. Well, I guess we did see the body because it's technically they showed him in the afterlife when she took the heart shape herb. So he is dead.
Right. So no, he is going. But since we had, when the what if story we had, T'Challa being a Star-Lord, why couldn't we have a Killmonger that's Black Panther that's benevolent?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's possible.
Because especially if you're messing with the multiverse like they are.
Right, because that just opens up, because you really, when you have a multiverse narrative, it's like Rick and Morty, just anything is infinite possibility. You can do everything you want. You can write it exactly how you want to write it and just be creative with it. Like if you can have, like in DC, if you can have like 2-3 versions of a black Superman and still make it work and still have the real Superman walking around. You could do the same thing in Black Panther. Like that's no problem. Like it's like how many different versions of Iron Man? You got an Iron Man like literally in the comics that is Dr. Doom. Like that is his storyline. You got a Reed Richards who is Dr. Doom. You have all these like
that's superior Iron Man.
Exactly. You know, you have all
because it's what is it? Infamous Iron Man. I have that comic book actually. It's a fantastic
hard.
Yeah.
So what do y'all think about him being cast, David Johnson? People are like, oh, I can't see it, but I know the director, Brian Coogler, said when he met him, he felt it in his soul, like when he met him, that it was him.
I feel like this shouldn't be a problem because I think what it is, I think everyone's still just kind of romanticizing like Chadwick Boseman still being Black Panther.
Do y'all remember when people was hating on? We talked about that. Remember, people was hating on Chadwick being Black Panther. If y'all remember,
no, I do. No, I 100% remember that. But he's like, and then people like, well, you know, so why you got a British dude? I'm like, dude, one is fictional. It's an African dude. Like none of these niggas is.
And we can't do African accent. Like I'm just saying, no hate to us being American Black people. But there's British Black people have more of a connection to African culture than we do. Let's just
because a lot of them first generation anyway. So
it's second if that, you know, they on the back end, you know.
Yeah, and so I agree with the point they're trying to make. I don't like when we take British actors or African actors and then take traditionally ADOS or FBA stories and then insert them. They don't necessarily have the same tie to those characters, you know, Martin Luther King or you know, say Frederick Douglass or, you know, Sojourner Truth or, you know, but those are real people. So the portrayal of real people, I think, should be done with a little bit more care. In this instance, where we're taking American fiction, but that American fiction is representing another culture, and that's our spin on what that culture should be. It's fiction, you know. It's like, you know, you got kind of over yourself, you know. I mean, I think, you know, as long as they make them Puerto Rican or, you know, Japanese, that's like,
Hey, the salsa Panther.
Right. Yeah. But again, to that point though, I don't think it's racist when someone says when you make Thor a black Thor. You know, it's like, because I'll be honest with you, in comic books, a lot of times race matters race matters for reasons that you don't see. For instance, Superman. Okay, Martha and Jonathan can't have that little kid work on their farm. They got rid of all their animals, and now this little black kid running around, you know, doing all the yard work. It hits a lot different in the middle of Kansas than him being a white character. You know, Peter Parker can't keep a job. All his parents are gone from violence. His uncle died from violence. You know what I'm saying? His aunt taking care of him. He's always late. You know what I'm saying? Like that hits a lot differently if that character's black. You know what I'm saying? So keeping some characters white are important for the character to be relatable to everyone, because it can become a caricature of, you know, what we take in real world, you know, as stereotypes.
That's a good point. That's a good point. So like, I had no issue. Have y'all seen The Long Walk yet?
Which one's that?
That's the new Stephen King joint that David Johnson plays in.
No, I have not. No.
Oh, it's on HBO Max. It just dropped on HBO Max. I finished watching it tonight though. Hey man, you're gonna have to sit back and chill. It's a more dramatic battle royale.
You talking about like the old school Asian battle royale?
Asian joint. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So you got to think it's only one person can win this walk.
Oh, really?
Nice.
So you start out with 50 guys. So the whole premise is 50 guys. It's one person from every state in the U.S. And they basically come out to Maine and they got to keep walking. You can't stop for nothing. So if you got to shit, piss, eat, whatever, you got to keep it going while you're going. And they walk 200-300 miles for over days. And when you fall, if you get 3 warnings, if you don't, it's over for you. So it's only one can win.
Okay. And
it's like a Hunger Games, more of a walking Hunger Games on top of that as well.
I may check it out.
Yeah, but so he's in that though, and he's awesome in there, man. He's real good in there, man. And then he played Alien Romulus.
Oh,
the good Alien
okay.
rebooting everything. The good Alien that came out recently. That rebooted it. Where you didn't like the new Alien Romulus, man? You didn't like it?
Okay, I'm not gonna say I didn't like it. I enjoed it.
It was the best Alien we had in a long time.
But that's not saying very much. That's not saying very much. Like, that's my problem. My problem is that that's the best Alien we've had in a long time.
The Alien TV show is good though too. The Alien TV show is good too.
It is hot garbage.
You don't like the new Alien TV show?
Okay, so I haven't watched that. I wonder if
I liked it. I liked the Alien TV show.
I mean, I'm gonna watch it, but I'm saying I didn't enjoy watching it.
I liked it.
So okay, so tell me what without spoiling it, like what's one of the main gripes that you had?
Oh, okay. The interaction between the Whaling Yutani group and the other corporations, I think is unreasonable based on what they knew they had. I mean, ultimately, xenomorphs on Earth is insanity.
Yes,
you know,
it is.
like
In
it's
general,
insanity.
yes,
Yeah, it's insanity. Secondly, who they sent to get bring those xenomorphs under heel on Earth is even crazier. You know, like that they take this potentially effective tool, but it has been completely not tested, completely unvetted. You know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily a level of control or compliance that they can enforce, and they send it to the most dangerous predator the Earth has ever seen, and they're just like, "Yeah, let's see what happens," you know. And it's like that's not. You wouldn't put that level of trust in something so unproven for something
but
so
I would
serious.
say that's also I would say that there's no levity in them. Those people think that they got it. They're all Elon Musks. They think like, no. My idea to do this shit is gonna work. You're thinking of it rationally, but when I think I know everything and I got the best technology, that's why all these corporations think that they can do it the best.
I agree with you. I agree with your assessment, but to use your example, I'd rather Elon Musk explode ships over the Pacific than have xenomorphs running around.
But the xenomorphs was in the TV show. That was an accident. That wasn't purposeful.
Because I mean, these are, and this is essentially an invasive species that's parasitic at the same time. Like you don't want that running around.
Yeah. So James. So basically, as it's a situation going on, and they come to Earth, and because they were trying to do some experimentation in space and bring them down. So at the same time, the same ship that Ripley's going out with is leaving. So that gives you the timeline.
Gotcha. So this is first Alien.
Yeah, right before the first Alien is a TV show. So Ripley's ship is leaving. Like they have a video thing of like this ship is leaving out, blah 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 blah, and it's Ripley's ship. The first one, from the original Alien, not Aliens, because you remember that was like even more pushed in the future.
Right.
So that gives you the timeline.
But that also makes it stupid because from that perspective, aliens, when they go to LV 426, enough time has transpired from what happens on Earth to that moment that those space marines should have known exactly what they were dealing with. You know what I'm saying?
But they thought they did though. Remember, they thought they knew what they was doing.
No, they didn't. They didn't. They knew that there was an alien, right? But but at this point in time, they are learning how aliens propagate the species, right? And so,
but also you got to remember what was my boy Paul Reiser was on it. He was trying to get some. I think the flip part of it, they was trying to get somebody impregnated with one. I mean, he did. He wanted one that they could bring it
back to Earth. That's what I'm saying. They're trying to run this back again. Doesn't make any sense.
It's crazy shit happening on Earth.
Whoa. So that's what happens?
Yeah.
Oh no, in Aliens. No. In Aliens, remember Paul Reiser?
I remember that, but
get pregnant.
But so essentially, the alien Earth is trying to do the same thing the aliens did.
Yes, it's actually happening. It's actually happening. There's actually a xenomorph on Earth that is that I won't give too much away, but it is terrorizing humans in a population in an area which it is almost impossible for you to keep track of an alien.
They've been through that once with Alien versus Predator. So you okay?
Yeah, but no. But also, it's on the island. It's on the island, no, too. This is it's secluded too. So
I'm trying not to spoil it too much from it. I don't give too many details, but
yeah.
I mean, like I said,
it's not.
I've watched every episode.
It ain't in New York. It ain't in New York.
He ain't watch it. Okay.
Yeah. So it ain't in New York. Oracle's not in New York. Whereas it's like
so
like that.
So what I would have did, me personally, or everything you're telling me, I would have made it like I did an adaptation of Alien Isolation. That's what I would have did. I don't know if y'all.
What is Alien Isolation?
So Alien, so Scott probably know, but it's a game called Alien Isolation. It's older now, but it's essentially a first person view. You playing with Ripley's daughter Amanda, and you playing with her, and she's going through essentially her version of Alien 1, and so she's going through that. But the thing about it is like you're being hunted. Like you have to deal with like rogue androids and stuff like that, kind of like rogue bishop units from like Weyland Yutani and stuff like that, kind of in the sense. But at the same time, you got to deal with this rogue xenomorph run. It's only one xenomorph. It's one xenomorph running around. It's just like Alien 1, but the alien is highly intelligent, like highly intelligent to the point where you don't like in the game, like you can't like it's one of those things like the AI, they made the AI super smart to where it's like it's like two AIs, like one AI that knows exactly where you are at all times, and a second AI that directs the alien to where you are, but it doesn't know exactly where you are, so it makes you try to find you, but it knows what general vicinity you in. And the thing at the same time is what it does is like it'll have you hunt, it'll like hunt you. So like if you try to deter to try to hide in a certain area, like it'll get hip and actually figure out how you will move and like act on that. So it'll like pump fake somewhere, like it's like, so like, well, I'm hiding in this air duct. So what it do is it'll leave the area, find another opening in the air duct somewhere else, and come run behind you and get you. So it's like stuff like that.
Yeah, so if you have, so it's see, basically it's based off the daughter that Ripley loses that when it's a daughter for all them years.
Exactly.
It's kind of like an updated version of that. Remember that Friday the 13th game where Jason chased you around on Nintendo? It's kind of like an updated version of that.
Okay.
That'd be a good way of saying it. Right. So like, say if you take an adaptation of that story and put it in a TV show format and kind of write a story around, I think her name is Amanda. Yeah, Amanda Ripley.
Yeah,
you can. That will work because, like I said, you essentially kind of recreating Alien 1, but you recreate Alien 1 where it's just mainly you. Like, and you get like you the main person getting hunted. Like, it's not like a lot of other people really get hunted like that. It's you and just some androids running around doing maintenance work, but it's you, and that's it. And so you have to figure out how are you going to dodge, how you going to get to safety, how you going to survive with this alien room. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if they would did something like that instead of having a whole crew, have just maybe some androids, but then having one person dealing with this thing, just one, not a whole crew, one dealing with all of this, that would have been dope because it makes it a more, because that's why it's called isolation. You're really the only person dealing with this thing, and there's no one else, that's really.
So there's no face huggers and nothing like that?
No. Like, it's a full grown xenomorph running around.
So it literally is alien. Like
right. It's Alien 1, but instead of Alien 1 with a whole crew of people, it's Alien 1 with a single person.
Oh, that's a long game. I mean, that's
my issue with the story. Okay, my issue with any story is I don't want incompetence to drive the plot. You know, because it's hard for me to care. It's hard for me to care for the characters if incompetence drives the plot. You know, if you're in a situation where you have aliens or monsters where you can't make any noise and you got a little kid with you, and then the kid's screaming and crying and going, shh, like, no, put your mouth with this kid's mouth and put your hand on the kid's mouth and tell him, shut the hell up or we'll all die. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand the stakes here, you know, but people start, coddling kids and kids screaming at the top of their lungs and everybody just shaking their hands. And same thing in the story. I don't think it's a big spoiler because, I mean, I'm sure you've seen it before, but there's literally a point where somebody is just eating a sandwich with an open jar while some murderous alien is sitting right there. And it's like the glass that they have that they're drinking out of is sitting right next to the glass of liquid where the murderous alien eggs are sitting in. And it's just like, that's just stupid. Like, it's hard for me to care about a character that's going to do something that ridiculous.
Yeah, I just know people is dumb as fuck in general. That's why I like somebody would be sitting there at like potentially just being careless at their job and doing something like that.
And we don't care about those people. We make YouTube shows talking about Darwin Awards. I'm saying that we don't.
True.
So we cool with so we'll see what the David Johnson thing for Black Panther. Let him cook. We don't know what it's gonna be with that. So let's jump in. Lanterns. What do y'all think about this Green Lanterns? You say you had some concerns.
Yes.
You go forth.
Okay, so I don't like what James Gunn is doing with the DCU.
Oh,
I think
discussion. Let's go.
Yeah, I think he's taken, man, because the thing is, it's like, okay, the buddy cop theme of the Lanterns, I think is a great idea. It's executed poorly though. You're trying to act like these two podunk cops in this town. It's like they're Green Lanterns. It's like the fancifulness of it. It's the whole point of the Green Lantern. Like, I get you not wanting to make a TV show about the Green Lanterns because they're making ridiculous mind constructs, but that's the whole point. Like they're susceptible to the color yellow. Like it's kind of ridiculous, like, and so
yeah, no, that's real.
If you're not going to lean into it, then you kind of do yourself a disservice to telling the story, because that's what makes it compelling. That there is an internal struggle that all lanterns are always facing to make sure that they are the best lantern. Well, they're supposed to be. And one of the things that make the two particular lanterns we're following so formidable is because of how fortified their wheels are and how strong and confident they are. So to take that away, like you're just like you're some old grizzly cop about to go retire. It's like, no, like you're a galactic police force. So you're saying like, yeah,
like how you retiring like this? Like,
what are you doing here? Like,
but you know what? I'm willing to give it a shot, because if they're trying to go like a true detective kind of narrative, because I'm a fan of True Detective. So if they're trying to go a true detective kind of narrative, but just make it about with space cops, with superpower space cops, I'm willing to give it a chance. Only reason why is because now, and before I say anything else, was James Gunn? No, that was Matt. No, that was Matt Reeves over the Penguin. Never mind, I was going to say something different. But so if Penguin taught me anything, Penguin taught me that you can have a very compelling crime drama and a show that takes place in a comic book universe. You can do both, 1000%. Now with Lanterns, I'm for it because, one, I'm a Jon Stewart fan. Two, I want to see. I'm a True Detective fan, so I'm trying to see how can they really marry both of them like that. No, can they really marry it and make it work? So, because I have always did like the Green Lantern mythos. I mean, my wedding ring literally is a Green Lantern ring. So, so I really always been a fan of Green Lantern mythos. So it's like, I want to see how this works. I don't want to be let down, but I don't want to have my expectations extremely high, if that makes sense. Like, but Scott has a valid point though. It is a valid point, because I like the Superman movie. I do. I actually enjoyed it. Supergirl, but it's like one of those things. It's like, well, I did like Creature Commandos. I like the show Creature Commandos. I actually like the way they played out. So I'm willing to give it a shot. It's just one of those things where I would like to see the aspect of being a detective, true detective style. If they're really gonna play it up like that, make it really true detective style. And that's how it's gonna work. Like, but still treat it as being in a comic book superhero universe, because clearly Green Lanterns, but lean more on the aspect. Kind of like with, for example, I'm gonna give you an example. Kind of like with y'all seen Wonder Man, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so kind of like Wonder Man. Like, Wonder Man takes place in the MCU, but the core of the show really ain't about him having powers. It's really core about him trying to find work as an actor.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's really the core of the show. It's just he happens to have powers because of who he is. Like, we know he's pretty much Dr. Manhattan light for the most part. You know what I'm saying? A super lightweight version of Dr. Manhattan. But that's not the focus of the show. But we know because it's Lanterns, we know the focus is going to have to be about the Green Lanterns in some aspects, but it's still played up to where you can make it a detective show, a good, compelling detective show. If you can play it up like that, I think it could work. I think it could work.
Well, no, so I'm going to watch it. I'm just pre-complaining about stuff as I'm watching.
Pre-complaining.
Well, because I don't think it should have been taking place on Earth. I think you take the exact same concept, you throw these two Earthlings on a different planet. Yeah, and then now you're world building. Again, it's a comic book show, and even if the green suits aren't the most important component of it, I know the world I live in. When you ground it in reality, you don't let me go do the thing I'm trying to do in a comic book movie, is live in a different world. I'm not going to move topics, but it's the same thing they're doing in Star Trek and Star Wars, that, when you make things too realistic, you're bringing in the complaints that we have or that we see today, the politics, the political structure and things that we're dealing with on a day-to-day basis. That's not what I'm looking at a comic book movie for. I'm looking for a vacation from that, a break. Let's pretend it's entertainment. And so what's more entertaining than a bunch of humans running through a planet, policing some aliens? That's that's a different thing. Now tell me more about this world. Who are these people? What are their motivations? What are their policies, and how do they interact with strange or different things? You can always I guess if you have to hit me over the head with some type of message, you could do it, but you can do it in a way that's at least entertaining. But
let me ask you,
it doesn't feel entertaining to you, basically.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this: Did you ever watch any of the Tomorrowverse stuff? Like, did you watch any of that stuff?
Is that on the WB or CW?
Yeah, it was that animated universe that happened after the DCAU, where it started having Superman Man Tomorrow and the Justice Society.
Yeah. Okay. So that. Yeah.
Correct. Right. So did you watch the one about the Green Lanterns, the one with Jon Stewart as the main character?
I don't think so. I think I'm
okay. So that's the one, because Aldous Hodge, he's Jon Stewart in that one. And
shit.
Yeah, it's dope. It's real dope. So basically, it takes the aspect of he basically took Hal Jordan's role. Like, you find out that like he essentially took that for so many words. He pretty much took that role, but showing him how he became a Lantern and all these things. And it kind of takes the off-world approach, like how you said, because it talks about the Rann-Thanagar War, and it brings in different characters like Adam Strange, like old school characters like Adam Strange, and characters like Hawkgirl and things of that nature. Like, it really, and then it brings in other characters like from the mythos, like Sinestro and stuff like that. But I think that's kind of what you kind of referring to, like, because it takes someone like Jon Stewart, who's literally learning how to become a Green Lantern, and has characters like Green Arrow and Martian Manhunter and stuff like that, like how it was like a beginner level Justice League, but they have their own watchtower and stuff like that. Like, they're taking that aspect, but also making like Jon Stewart become his own man at the same time. So it's not the Jon Stewart we know from, like, the 2000s that I grew up on as a teenager with that Dwayne Duffy, rest in peace, that he made famous, for all of us. It's not that one, but it's, but since Jon Stewart is that dude, because of Dwayne Duffy and how you made him famous, now we got this version, which is dope. So I think you should watch that. And I think what you're talking about is in that. But I feel you, because I would like to have that in a live action format. But like D knows my argument when it comes to especially DC. Like, you're gonna get a way better shot animated than you are gonna get live action. Like, that's just what it is. Like,
whoever runs their DC animation is top notch. Like, all you gotta do is take that, do that in real life.
In live action.
You have $1 billion.
For real.
I was gonna say Supergirl is another pet peeve. So I enjoyed.
I didn't like Supergirl.
Yeah, I enjoyed Superman. I didn't like the decision for Kal-El not to be as strong as I think he should have been, but that's neither here nor there. I did not like Supergirl very much at all, and I think they fundamentally got the character wrong. You know,
they were trying to do the Woman of Tomorrow story, weren't they?
I don't know what they're trying to do. I mean,
essentially that's what that was doing. Like, no, D was right. That's essentially
because like all the same characters are in there. It's basically the same story, but the whole thing is that I believe I don't even know the dude name, the main villain. He was like accidentally a villain type thing, like that she had to stop him. And because they were like, we don't know what the fuck to do with Supergirl. Like, what are we gonna do with her? And then I forgot who it was. He was like, I'll take her and I'll figure it out. And did this long, great storyline with her, and that's what he was trying to do. But it didn't work. It didn't work on this, and they made it. We didn't care.
Well, because because Hollywood has this thing where they take every female character who is strong, and her component is, I don't have to learn anything or persevere. All the strength was inside me all along, and so all I had to do is believe in myself. The problem is that that's not heroic. And when you say you're super something, super dog, Superman, Supergirl, Superboy, you have to be heroic. And so you talk about how you don't care about people and how I can't be bothered and everything sucks, this, that, and the other. You're not being a hero. You're being selfish, and no one wants to see a demigod run around being selfish. Oh, really? That's what I'm gonna spend $25 to walk around and say how horrible it is for me to fly and shoot lasers out my eyes and being vulnerable to all. But Kryptonite doesn't make Superman weak. It makes him us. He screams in pain just because he can feel pain. He's not actually experiencing pain. He's just not experiencing.
He's human.
He's just not impervious to all things. And so it's like, who wants to see somebody complain about that? Superman's at least complaining about the burden of all the noise and the duty he feels, and where do you separate the line between the Kent and Kal-El and what his purpose was. That is an internal conflict that somebody can relate to, because whether you're strong or not, those are things that people are trying to do. It's a question of identity. But when you basically go through the beginning of your story to the end of the story, the character has not changed except their clothes, it's not interesting.
Yeah, and my main thing was that I didn't like that they changed the storyline of Kal-El, because the whole thing that was kind of dope is that, remember that she was taking care of him as a baby, and then it flips because she gets caught out there, and as she ends up being younger than him, and it's like, dude, I used to keep you, but he's like, but I got more life experience than you. I like that dynamic, instead of the Vixen being like, oh, you were born after Kal-El now.
Yeah,
and you were in the second set of the planet, instead of her being the older person that was looking after him as a baby, and then looking at, because I thought that friction is dope, of like, man, I was looking after you, I was watching you, you can't tell me nothing, but and he could be like, you ain't been nowhere for 15-20 years while I was out here becoming an adult.
Right. And that was one of the reasons that the character was created in the first place.
Yes.
One of the reasons that the character was created is because in Kara, she could tell him about how Krypton was, because she experienced Krypton, and she has all these vivid memories of Krypton. He explains to her how Earth is. And so that's the dynamic they have. It's an information dump that they use to two characters, so they can kind of flush out the story and the world of Krypton, and then also, what they see to be the issues of that version of Earth. What is that? Was that 626? Is it the 626? Okay, yeah.
But it's so funny though, is that basically you make Kara just super learning only from him.
See, the thing about it is,
he's born before her. He's in Earth before her. What did she give him?
Well, it's all about like the dynamic that's being played, like her having that level of PTSD and that level of being an outsider, because she does remember Krypton. Like for her, that's what's supposed to be.
But she does have a perspective of, because she was there in the film after they made the bubble or whatever they made.
Right, but if you're gonna make it like you said, but it fundamentally destroys her character, because like we just said, the whole purpose of her character is she's supposed to be like 15, 16 and supposed to be basically Kal-El's protector while he grows up on Earth, and supposed to basically raise him as her guardian, as the guardian. But
she
instead
gets
of
caught out there in the
right, and she caught him like 30 years, and then he
Mm-hmm.
finds her, brings her back. She's still 15, 16 physically and mentally, but she really supposed to be like 45, 46.
Yeah.
And then so right, you know what I'm saying? And so then you got she doesn't know, and then she just living the life as a teenager, but for her, Krypton happened literally 30 seconds ago. And then she waking up like, oh, where am I now? Like, where's mom? Where's dad? Where's aunt and uncle? Where's all my friends? Where's my planet? And now she has that level of PTSD. And then, like you said earlier, Scott, like the whole fact that she can tell him about Krypton and vice versa, he can tell her about Earth, and the fact that she's trying to understand and learn everything about how to be on Earth, about how to control her powers. Because that's why the whole point about Supergirl be so reckless, because she's super new to this. He's been on Earth, 30 some years. He knows how to do his stuff. Like, so, but with her, and I know that's what they should have played on, but they kind of dropped the ball on it. You know what I mean? This is like the whole part of you kind of fundamentally changing the character to not be 15 years, supposedly like 15 years chronologically older than Kal-El. And you making her like a little cousin, like literally in age wise. It's like, nah, that don't work like that. Like that literally is not her character. Like that literally, regardless if you're talking about Supergirl, Power Girl, whatever version you're talking about, like that's her character. And if you destroy that part of her character, it's like for me, it doesn't make sense. Like you said, D, like they try to adapt the storyline that's actually dope. The storyline, the source material is dope.
Dope already.
It's dope already. All you gotta do is play it. Like it's like, for example, it's just like when Justice League Unlimited, they did one of the best stories they did that hit, which was For the Man Who Has Everything, written by Alan Moore, same dude who made wrote Watchmen. Like they just literally took that story and animated it, and it worked. Like
they went all kind of awards
hard.
They went all kind of awards for it.
Bro, exactly. And Alan Moore praised, like it was hard the way they did it. It's just, but if you take so it's not hard to take source material and adapt it in a way to make it work. It's just when you take certain liberties, which I understand live action, to an extent you have to take liberties. But if you take in too many liberties and altering the source material where it doesn't even make sense anymore, then it's not cool. If you can at least alter the source material, at least make it make sense. If you're not going to make it make sense, then there's no point. To me, there's no point. Like now, it's just like her character's ruined now. Like, why would I waste time now? Like, you're not even making it interesting anymore. It's not like with the Penguin. The Penguin is amazing. It took the whole story of the Penguin, flipped it on his head. Like, we know the Penguin was supposed to be this little short, little person. No, this dude like 5'6", 5'7", like 5'8". And like straight running stuff, and he supposed to be like aristocrat, supposed to be come from the wealthiest families in Gotham in the comic, but now he come from the bottom, like he come from the bottom, and his rise to power, like that's dope. That flips the character on his head. They did not do that with Supergirl, and so it's like, and so that's what I'm like.
Interesting way,
At least you're gonna do it in an interesting way that's compelling. But if you're not gonna do it as compelling, then there's no point of doing the character. Just like I like seeing, like when I saw her in Superman, I was like, oh, she's drunk because she's trying to drive souls away because of Krypton. Makes sense why she's doing it.
So,
now,
so, Scott, you were saying you kind of not liking the way James Gunn's running the DCU right now.
Yeah. Well, because there's a certain level of comic book fatigue that's happening. And
in general, just in general.
Yeah, just in general. Marvel, DC, whomever.
Yeah.
And by using and DC has 4 characters everyone can get really excited about, right? Mm-hmm. And then you can introduce some of these other characters in those movies. To make a choice to not do a Batman or a Wonder Woman is madness to me. To go into, and to go into move for a Clayface movie, really Clayface? That's what we're doing here. We're getting, and so it's just like he doesn't have enough time, and he's not good enough at. Although these characters interest him, these are more eclectic characters. He's not really telling compelling enough stories with them. You got to do something like the Penguin. If you're going to tell a story about, a second-rate character, you have to nail it. Whereas, let's be honest, a Batman movie is more of a sure thing. Like you're gonna get asses and steeds just like
people gonna come through regardless.
Yeah, you put the dude from Twilight in the Batman, and I watched it twice. It's like
right. I got it on DVD, so that's my jump off.
Yeah, it's like, you say Batman, you get people in the seats, and so you start, so some of these other characters that he's starting off with, the Peacemaker's TV show. I didn't hate it, it was fine. I thought it had some problems, but Peacemaker's not a character I'm particularly related to, that I had any real history with, so you chose a character where my expectations were so low, the bar was so low, and still you only executed it at a level of mediocrity. Why don't you just choose a better character to start with? And even if you have a Batman character where you have it, I've always thought, it's just a personal opinion, but I've always thought that reimagining the Riddler as a serial killer to kind of modernize the character and also introduce him to an audience that may not necessarily, deal with them in the same way. And so, have him as a serial killer and Batman is actually being the world's greatest detective. You can kind of, again, ground Batman back into his philosophy as the world's greatest detective versus some billionaire who's just punching people and kicking things and using cool gadgets. And now he actually has to systematically find these riddles, unravel these clues, and then, and then ultimately save, whomever the Riddler is trying to kill. I thought that was a way to kind of keep a movie under budget, because you don't have to, or not under budget, but keep it in a reasonable budget, because you don't have to have a bunch of explosions and special effects and that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. And that would be a way to, And so, but when you see without James Gunn seems to be leaning the opposite way. He seems to be taking these B and C tier characters and then making them excessively campy, excessively CGI. It's kind of over the top. Like there was, orgies in Peacemaker. Like, okay, it's on HBO. We don't really need that. And so that's where I don't trust. I feel like he's only entertaining himself. And I don't think the majority of people have the same level of James Gunn sense of humor.
Kind of like his own little passion project for self-gratification.
Yeah, and the thing is, and he did it once. He did it once with Guardians of the Galaxy. Let's be honest. No one ever wanted a Guardians of the Galaxy movie, but when he made it, you go, "Oh, actually, it wasn't that bad."
Yeah.
So, but that's lightning in the bottle. It's just like, you can't count on that.
All the Guardians movies, the whole Guardians series, he did all right with them.
Yeah, he did. But you know what you can't count on? You can't count on that $1 billion of Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? The Spider-Man out there, $1 billion, 4 days.
I mean, he's one of the big three. It's kind of, it writes itself. Exactly. That's a self-casting check. So for real,
I skipped my cousin's baby shower and sent my wife and sister there and went to go see Spider-Man. That is 100% the truth.
I gotta see it.
That is 100% the truth.
That's crazy.
So let's get into Star Wars a little bit. What's going on with the Star Wars universe right now, Scott?
Please tell us, man. What's going on with this, bro?
Carolyn Kennedy murdered a thing that I love my whole entire life.
But they let her go though. She's out though now, right?
Yeah, but they kept Dave Filoni, and Dave Filoni, ironically, is unable to murder anything that he loves. And so Caroline Kennedy, she had this philosophy that the Force was female, which is fine, no problem there. The problem is that in the universe,
whoa, say that again.
She had this philosophy that the Force was female, so she was gonna have more female forward characters in the storyline, which it's fine. It's completely fine.
That's fine, but
the issue is that she, instead of creating, like for instance, the character Rey, instead of making her as part of the New Jedi Order or putting her back in the Old Republic, she made her basically it was a sequel, right? So the first 6 movies are about the rise and fall of redemption of Anakin Skywalker through his son Luke. That's what the narrative of the first 6 movies are.
Absolutely.
When you say movie number 7, don't show me some chick I've never seen before. I don't care about Rey. I don't care about Finn. I don't care about Poe. I care about Luke fucking Skywalker. This is who I came to see. That's why you call it episode 7. That's why we all bought these fucking tickets. What's been happening with Luke, Han, and Leia for the last fucking 30 years? That's what we care about. It's not that the character itself was inherently bad. It's just that, and again, real world politics showing up on TV shows. She didn't want Ray to have to be trained because there was this thing where they didn't want, Luke to be mansplaining something to Ray, which only works in the real world. In a world where there's exactly one fucking Jedi alive, and that's the greatest Jedi of all time, maybe this motherfucker got something to teach you about being a Jedi.
You gotta have somebody giving you the game, though. You just don't know the game osmosis.
Right.
Also, we're talking about the motherfucker that learned. Come on, he learned from Obi-Wan, Yoda. He took down the greatest Sith of all time, along with his pops, who was the chosen one. And this motherfucker's the one standing. He ain't got shit you need to learn. Nothing.
And learn how to be a Jedi.
Michael Jordan teach your daughter basketball. Like you wouldn't let Michael Jordan teach your daughter basketball. What are we doing?
That's right. But you know what? The thing about it is, man. And indeed, we talked about this a long time. It's the fact that when they got rid of the expanded universe, I knew that's what I was like. This is going to end up so bad because the EU established so much, like
they gave us the twins, all that stuff with the twins.
Bro, it broke down Darth Vader in a way with like all his exploits, like right after episode 3 all the way into like it broke down all his exploits. It broke down the exploits after Luke became the head of the Jedi Order. He started rebuilding. It brought in people like Kyle Katarn and all his exploits and how he became a Jedi. And he pretty much was Luke's second in command and all these dope things dealing with this. It broke down things dealing with more about Darth Maul. It brought about things more about like things dealing with the Jedi Order from back in the day and the original Sith with Darth Plagueis and all of them. Like it broke down so many dope concepts like that you can just read in novels, you can play games on this, you had like TV shows that you can literally, it was like a smorgasbord of stuff you can like learn from. And that was just dope. But if you're going to take the concept and just throw it to the wind, like, this is lazy, we're going to throw this to the wind, it don't matter no more. Like, no, it does. You're walking away from guaranteed. It's the same exact thing we just said about DC. It's the same thing. Like you have the material right there.
$100 million. That's $100 million more. They could have bought the entire EU for $100 million more after they spent $4 billion. And I mean, looks Dune is doing pretty good, and they're basically just taking the books, adapting them to screenplays. The Godfather 1 and 2, a book, adapted it, did pretty fucking well.
just took the book.
Yeah, just took the book. Particularly in a situation where we're talking about sci-fi, it's like you already have the characters we're interested in. Like you saw, Darth Bane, the ruler 2. They could have went back and we could have found out what Yoda was like when he was a Padawan before he became a Jedi Master. We could have did, I don't know who to play them, but young Mace Windu. I mean, there's just all these things we could have did that we had this opportunity to do where they could have introduced, badass female Jedi Masters. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to show them to be trained, for all we know, Rey could have been Mace Windu's master. You know what I'm saying? She taught him the game. Like, you could have took these same concepts and added them into the story, but just in a way that I cared about. You introduce these characters I don't know about into a storyline I really do care about. And then I'm somehow wrong because I'm not in love with your characters. Same thing with Dave Filoni. It's like Ahsoka was perfectly written. I mean, perfectly written. She was terrible when she first started, but she has her arc, but you gotta kill her. Ahsoka dying is the final linchpin in Anakin's fall over to Vader. That is a perfect bookend to her story. She ruins the story if she exists after he's Vader. So she didn't take care of Luke. She knew that Padme was pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Like, so she just disappeared when these two potential very powerful Force users are just running around the galaxy. Like you didn't think to do anything this entire time? 30 years or so? It doesn't make any sense if she's still around.
Bro, I'll see you there and I'll raise you one. They could have took that out there and they could have brought in Star Killer right after that. You could have brought Starkiller right after that, and because Starkiller is supposed to be canon. Like everything in that Force Awakens game is canon. So you could have brought.
Because he's in the Old Republic, right? He's in the Old Republic, right?
Yeah. He's Darth Vader. He's Darth Vader's apprentice.
He's a secret apprentice.
He's a secret apprentice, and he's the reason. Like his father was a Jedi, and his family Chris is the rebel symbol, or like the Rebel Alliance symbol. So you can use that, dude. It pays it's a self-writing check. You had the material.
Hey, so hold on, Scott. I'm looking here though, man. They doing another Rey movie?
Really? I don't know if it's funded. They were supposed to be doing another Rey trilogy.
Jedi Order.
Yeah, so they were supposed to be doing another Rey trilogy. I don't know if they're still going to push through it.
They said it's going to come out December 17, 2027.
I mean, have they started filming it yet? I haven't heard they were
filming.
I
mean, the other one, Star Wars Starfighter, is coming out.
Starfighter is. I'm actually optimistic. I'm optimistic about that. That cast, I mean, that's an incredible cast.
With Ryan Gosling, he's gonna be good. He's gonna be dope.
Yeah, Matt Smith is in it.
The last joint he was in, that just came out.
Yeah, Project Hail Mary.
Yeah, that was good, man.
That was really good. Yeah. So I'm actually. Here's the thing. A movie about spaceship fighter pilots is basically Top Gun in space, right? So I feel like they can do that. I feel like they can do that pretty well. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not touching on things that really are very Jedi and Sith canon specific. So it should be basically be Top Gun in space, and I think that they'll do a fairly good job on that.
Essentially, Rogue Squadron, like
exactly, which was good. Rogue Squadron was good. Yeah.
So it's saying here. It's supposed to be set for the Star Wars New Jedi Order, set 15 years after the rise of Skywalker, following Rey as she acts as a Jedi Grandmaster to build a new academy.
How would she possibly be a Grandmaster? How?
She was the last Jedi, or the rise of Skywalker. I'm sorry, but
she had help beating a chained up clone version of her granddad. That's exactly what happened. She just called herself Skywalker. So also retroactively now, the 9 movies aren't about the Skywalkers. It's about Palpatine. It's about the rise and fall. It's about the rise and fall and then refall of Palpatine. Is what the 9 movies are about, not the Skywalkers.
Which is dumb. That's dumb.
Yeah, it's just dumb.
Because we know it to be about the Skywalker family. Yeah. That's the whole point.
Okay, so it hasn't started being filmed, Scott. So
okay. And it should be. It should never see the light of day.
It says not yet scheduled. Production remains on hold while the script is finalized.
I don't like that. I'm already kind of like, nah. I mean, you know what? I'm gonna tell you this, bro. I know what happens in episode 9. I never watched episode 9. I know what happens.
You never seen it?
I refuse to.
It's god awful.
I refuse.
Look, low key, I like the second one. I like the second one. People didn't like it. I like the second one the most of the trilogy.
Are you talking about Last Jedi?
No, you're talking about
of the second trilogy, the final trilogy. I'm sorry.
So Last Jedi.
Yeah. The one that was about what was my boy Ryan Johnson. Ryan Johnson.
How is that possible?
It's better than the first one, and it's better than the last one.
That's right, but cat shit is better than elephant shit and horse shit. It don't.
No, but I said of the final 3 trilogies, I said I like that one the most.
Oh, out of the 3. Oh, okay.
Of the final 3 trilogy, okay. I'm saying I said people slept on that one, and that everything about how like it just felt like it had and they got scared and went back to the original dude that was Abrams, JJ Abrams. Yeah, they got scared after that one. It wasn't because he took chances in that second one. Ryan Johnson took chances in it.
Leia floating in space. Doing this.
Terrible. The worst choreography in any fight scene I've ever seen.
That's fine. I'm talking about the concept. I'm talking about the concept.
I'm sorry. I have to say one thing because I just being mindful of the name of this podcast, and we only have so much time. Pitch for a new TV show. We get Billy D. Williams to be old Lando Cal Experience telling stories about what it was like to be younger, and get Donald Glover to play out.
They said they supposed to be doing it. That's supposed to be a movie.
I mean, they gonna really do it, or they just talking about it?
Has
it been grilling?
Talking about it.
Because I mean, we only got so much time with Billy. I mean, Billy's 82, 81, 82.
He might be
something like that. Older, he gotta be older than that, man. Billy D. Williams, I think he older than that, bro.
Yeah, Billy D.
I mean, I know Harrison Ford
Billy
is
is
up there,
89.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a wrap.
Yeah.
That's a wrap.
Yeah. He said, hey, they just gonna dress up Donald Glover as an older man.
Yeah, we got to do some AI. We got to get the green screen, Billy.
I mean,
sorry. Finally, Spider-Man Brand New Day comes out. You have not seen it with no spoilers, everybody. No spoilers on it. What did you think, Scott, of Spider-Man Brand New Day when you came out of the theater?
I would say it's either Spider-Man or Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol are the best fourth installment movies I've ever seen.
Go again one more time. You're saying
either Mission Impossible, Ghost Protocol, or this Spider-Man were the best fourth installment movies I've ever seen. Like, I mean, for a fourth installment movie,
how many fourth installments are good in general?
Very few. So I mean, Harry Potter's fourth installment was good.
Yeah,
Ghost Protocol was good. This was fantastic. But that's the whole point. Well, when you get to the fourth movie, if you go, they still not. We got to after the fourth Fast and Furious. You go, they making another one of these motherfuckers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you would see it, but you wasn't looking forward to it.
The fourth Fast and the Furious was good too, though.
Right, but I'm saying, but at the end of the movie, do you go, I can't wait to see the next one they make?
No,
I wonder if I hope they don't end it here. That's what I'm saying. This one goes, I hope they don't end it here because it was, it was really, really good. Was it a little bit bloated? Sure. Was it, did they do some campy things just because, I mean, that's the most muted version of the Punisher you're ever going to see, but
yeah, they had to though. I mean,
yeah, exactly. They had to because it's a Spider-Man movie. But I mean, all in all, though, from what they could do, it being a Spider-Man movie, how many kids were going to want to see it. I mean, it was a fantastic movie. It wasn't too childish. It wasn't too campy. There was a version of Peter Parker that made sense, even though Tom Holland is getting older, and so he still was Spider-Man-ish, but he also going through that maturation process, which was really interesting and compelling. I mean, I have notes, but no complaint.
Yeah, I thought it was it made me get the feels because it's like you realize he's watching his homies go through college and everything through Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
So he watches, and that's not a spoiler, dumb to say, but he's literally like watching them, and he's just being Spider-Man anonymously for 4 years, watching them go through college through Instagram stories, James.
Mm-hmm.
And it's his best friend and his lady. He's living just knowing what's going on with them through Instagram stories.
So we got Parker curves Peter Parker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's all I need to know. Okay, we got Peter Parker then. That's Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Parker curves Peter Parker is Peter Parker. And it sucks to say that. It sucks to say because if he's not suffering, then that's not Peter Parker.
Yeah. He's miserable. He's miserable. He hates being Peter Parker. He is what everyone says Batman and Bruce Wayne is. He's only happy being Spider-Man. He hates being Peter Parker. It's like it's
then we got a comic accurate Peter Parker then.
It's good, man. It's good, and it doesn't have a super overarching villain where you're like, oh my god. It's more of a character story of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And who he becomes and him balancing Peter Parker and Spider-Man.
Also, there is there is a version of a character that we rarely get to see in MCU anymore, that when that version of that character shows up, you were just like, fucking bravo. Like, this is what I've been waiting to see. I will say this, I don't want to give any spoilers, but it's what I hope they do with Doom. Like, how there's comic book Doom, and then there's the Doom that shows up in the Fantastic Four movies we've been seeing over the last couple of years. You know what I'm saying? No, this is like, so I hope they do the comic book Doom, the one that's like terrifying and arrogant and, and fearless, you know what I'm saying? And so there's a version of a character that had been muted for several years, and then they brought back that full-blooded version of this character, and you go, oh, this is why everybody's afraid of this motherfucker right here.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. I know what you're talking about now. I know you're talking. Yep.
Gotcha. Yeah. No,
and you're like, oh,
this
is like, oh yes, I know.
Yeah, I'm watching
I'm
it
thinking about it even more. Though, yes.
For sure, I'm watching it this week.
And to me, I mean, everybody knows Jean Grey is in here.
That's the worst kept secret on the internet.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
But the way that she plays it, you can see how the Dark Phoenix is going to be even crazier, though.
Oh yeah,
like the way she plays it, you like, oh yeah, that Phoenix or Dark Phoenix, either one, you can see her playing both and being like, oh, she got, particularly the Dark Phoenix, she got it. Look, there's no concerns about how the Dark Phoenix is going to run.
Right.
There's
but to your point, I like, so that's a version of a character change that they made that I liked. Normally we get Jean Grey, she's afraid of her power. She's afraid of what she can do. This and another. No, she's angry. You know what I'm saying? Like, this woman is angry.
She got Professor, that's about to calm her the fuck down. When she go to see Professor, he got to calm her down.
Right. And so quite honestly, I think that's a great character change, for the world we live in, for the portrayal of, that character. She's not some, demure, weak character. She is exactly as fucking strong as we all know her to be. And she's angry and she's like, yeah, you fucked with the wrong one. And you in fact did. Like,
yeah, and the thing is, I know everybody was like, man, how is it connected to MCU? It doesn't connect to the MCU for real, except for just like small offshoots. It's a very character based for Spider-Man. If you don't fuck with Spider-Man, don't go see it.
Yeah.
So I'm saying
it's based off. It's a character based thing for Spider-Man.
So I'm gonna ask this real quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask this real quick. With Jean Grey, is she fainting after she uses her powers? Or is she doing what she used to do? Is she Okay.
She ain't no punk bitch about shit.
No,
okay.
No. I'm talking about,
because y'all know what I mean. Y'all know
in the film though, she was like, oh no, that's the old me, nigga.
Yeah. Oh, that's it earlier? Nah, we passed that.
Oh no, past that. Oh, you fucked up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I upgraded a couple levels. I
upgraded a couple levels.
Okay.
And thank you for helping me get the levels.
And then forced Peter Parker to upgrade. Like,
yep.
She forced an upgrade.
She forced Peter Parker to upgrade because her upgrades. And she was like, "Oh no!" And good looking for you, helping me with them upgrades. I couldn't have tapped into that one for you.
Right.
Yeah, no, it was.
Also, I will say this: there's a it's not a spoiler, but there's a quote in the movie where it goes, "Oh, that looks so cool," right? But then, like 30 seconds later, the pan around Peter. It was even cooler than the thing that he commented on.
The cinematography is crazy, man.
There is maybe 4 minutes of nothing but just fucking comic book scene brought to real life. These pages of comic book brought to real life. Just fucking badassery. That if you were standing on a playground with reading this comic book with your friends, y'all be laughing and high fiving each other. Like it was. I was fucking 12 years old.
I
was fucking 12 years old.
If you to stand up here though, man, and lean over, you could be the hand.
Exactly. Yeah.
But it was good, man. It was good, man. But lastly, are y'all Dune fans?
I'm sorry, what?
Dune.
D-U-N-E? D-U-N-E?
D-U-N-E. Not Dune. Dune.
Oh, I seen the first. I seen part 1 and part 2. I ain't seen the series.
D-U-N-E. Do like the Dune.
Oh,
books,
okay. Dr. Doom is my favorite white person. Secondly, but I am a huge fan of Frank Miller's Dune.
I went back. I've been listening to like some of the books on tape, man. Hey, man, that thing goes way different than the movie.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, this is weirding me out. It's kind of weirding me out. I'm on book 4. It's kind of weirding me out, man.
It goes left.
Yeah, no. I'm like. This is like y'all set me up differently in the movies. This is not what the movies.
Because they can't get into all that shit in the movies. Like that. That gets way too ridiculous. I think those because Frank Miller I don't think wrote anything past book 3. His son picked up book 4.
Yes.
And but from like book book 4 to the last book, I think it's 7 or 8. It's like
so
7 or 8,000 years.
I'm on God Emperor of Doom.
Yeah, it's like 7 or 8,000 years that transpires. Like you just can't. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just too much time to cover.
Yeah, it's just, and I'm like, okay, this is weird. It's not weird. It's just like, okay.
No, it's weird. I mean, it's weird.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird. I can't keep up with it, man. I'm almost finna bow out in a second because it's like, I can't get this. Give me the movies because y'all sanitized it down for me and made it very plain and simple. These are the characters I need to watch about, and this is what's going on.
Now, quite honestly, God Emperor, I think, is a great movie where Hollywood could take the source material and not condense it, but make it as grandiose. So I think that would be like a great.
It's a lot going on in this. I'm like,
for that.
It's a lot going on in this. It's a lot going on with this. But man, thank y'all for listening. As always, Oracle, you got anything coming up you want people to know about?
As of right now, I got a couple little projects, secret projects in the works. You will hear about them soon. Other than that, so stay tuned, man. I'm definitely glad to be doing this again.
Yeah, so I'm gonna announce it now, man. Me and Oracle, we're gonna be doing a Black Mirror series called The Blackest of Mirror. We're gonna put random, and you can come on, Scott. We're gonna put random people on with us, and we're gonna pick random episodes of Black Mirror out of a hat and review it. So like, it's not gonna be in order. So it literally is gonna be like, we're gonna put in a randomizer, and this be like all the episodes. It could be anything, and then we're gonna review it and talk about it.
I'm down.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be dope because I love Black Mirror.
Yeah. And the thing is, though, the Oracle put me on Black Mirror. Like this is like 12 years ago now, which is crazy.
For real, like Black Mirror is amazing.
Black Mirror's been out for 12 years.
Yeah. It came out the year before my daughter was born because Oracle put me on it. Oh, my daughter was only 1.
Oh, I didn't know it's been out that long.
Yeah, I remember it took like 2 or 3 years here and there and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll do it. Actually, I gotta run through it again too because my wife forgot that we watched it. So we gotta run through it.
It's some good episodes, man. It's some good episodes. It's some good ones, man. But man, thank y'all for listening, and we will see y'all soon.
Peace.
I'm Lando Cal Experience. Glad to make your acquaintance.